This is the new 5th generation Toyota RAV4, which, like the rest of the Toyota range, has ditched diesel for an all-new hybrid powertrain. It's been given a dramatic new look with a striking new grille design and some sharper lines that give it a meaner, more aggressive stance. Now, the RAV4 has always been praised for its spacious and comfortable cabin, and this latest model is no different. In fact, boot space has grown by more than 15% on the last model to a massive 580 litres. And as boots go, it's about as practical as they come, with a nice flat load lip. It's got a good wide opening. It does open very wide though, actually, so do be careful where you park it. You've got some underfloor storage with a space saver spare wheel, some sturdy tether points, and the seats will fold nice and flat if you do ever need to carry anything bigger. Space in the back is really good. It's quite wide and boxy, so you've got tons of head and leg room, and there's only a very small hump in the floor, meaning you should be able to see through back here quite comfortably. You've also got a pull-down centre armrest complete with cup holders, a couple of USB ports for charging your phone, and these great big windows which lets loads of light into the cabin. So overall, a pretty nice place to be. Storage in the front is also very good. You've got two well-placed cup holders and some hidden storage under the centre console. Perfect for storing your phone out of sight and out of mind while you're driving. But there's also another handy tray under the centre console with another USB charging port if you'd prefer to leave it there. The driving position is good, it's slightly raised but not too much so, and you can of course adjust it in lots of ways to help you get comfortable behind the wheel, which you can also adjust for rake and reach. The cabin itself is quite smartly laid out. It's not the most exciting thing in the world to look at, but the basics are right, and that's important too. It's very easy to find what you're looking for, and all the materials feel of a very high quality. Like the Corolla, they've gone with this high-mounted position for the infotainment system, and I still think that would look better if it was a little bit lower and more integrated into the dashboard, but this is where it is, and it does work quite well, even if the graphics are a little bit lacking in comparison to some of its European rivals. It is quite easy to find your way around. There's very few ways that you can go wrong, and there are plenty of physical buttons too, which is good to see, because nobody wants to be messing around with a touchscreen for things like volume and aircon. And they feel quite nice too. In terms of kit, like most Toyotas, you do get quite a lot of bang for your buck, and there are 5 different trim levels to choose from. Thanks, Toyota. Now this bit can get a bit wordy, so we're going to try something new here. The range kicks off with the Aura, and starting at just under €36,000 comes with this. Special mention here for the outstanding level of safety kit you get as standard, which includes this. This latest model hasn't been through the NCAP safety test yet, but signs are looking good for a pretty good grade. The next level up is the Luna, always one of their most popular trim levels, and the one that Toyota reckon offers the best value because it adds some very nice features like this. From there, you've got the stylish Sol. You can hit the spacebar if you'd like a closer look at these. Then there's the Sporty Sport. And finally, the very fancy top of the range Platinum. As mentioned earlier, Toyota are done with diesel, so the only powertrain available on the new RAV4 is this 2.5 litre petrol hybrid, although you do have the choice of whether you want it in front or all-wheel drive. This is the front-wheel drive version, and Toyota have provided us with full real-world WLTP tested fuel economy figures, which in the case of this front-wheel drive Sol are 5.6 litres per 100 kilometres and 128 grams of CO2. It has a power output of 218 HP and 220 Newton meters of torque. That helps it achieve a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour time of just 8.4 seconds, which is pretty impressive given the size, and makes it quicker than both a diesel Qashqai and Tiguan, and what is likely to be its fiercest rival, which is the Honda CR-V hybrid. There is a nice bit of power there, and this eCVT gearbox picks it up nice and smoothly, although it can get a little bit raucous when you work it anyways hard. It also gets a little bit noisier at motorway speeds, and that's where you'll see that fuel consumption start to jump a little bit. As with all hybrids, it does tend to perform better in terms of fuel economy around towns and cities, although in fairness it does seem to spend a good proportion of its time in EV mode when you are just pootling around town. In terms of handling, given the general bulk and its large dimensions, it was never going to lend itself to thrills, and it's not exactly what you call exciting to drive. But it is well set up for comfortable family journeys, with a nice supple suspension and well-weighted accurate steering. There is also a drive mode selector with a sport mode, but to be honest, it doesn't make a huge difference to the quality of the ride, except for making things a little bit noisier in here. And for me anyway, one of the big benefits of driving hybrid is that quiet relaxation that you get in the cabin. So yeah, I think I'll be leaving that off. The Toyota RAV4 is a good-looking, spacious, comfortable and well-specced SUV. And if you're looking to replace the family cruiser with something a little bit friendlier to the planet, then you won't go too far wrong by putting one of these on your shortlist for a test drive. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Like and share if you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe.